Hi, welcome to this gentle backbending class. We start with some Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, alternate nostril breathing, and Ujjayi Pranayama, and then we work our way through a series of backbends that gradually increase in intensity. It's not too intense, it's good for all levels, and there's some modifications given for the more challenging ones. It's great for increasing your energy, but also it's a little bit restorative in nature. So I hope you enjoy it. I know you will. Thank you so much for joining me.
So if you'd like to come to whatever's a comfortable seated position for you, whether it's lotus or just crossed legs, or you can even sit up on a bolster or a block, something where your knees are a little bit below the pelvis, so the pelvis is lifted a little bit, even just folding up the yoga mat a little to give yourself a bit of a boost is helpful. We're going to practice two pranayamas to begin with. The Nadi Shodhana, or the alternate nostril breathing, which is a pattern of inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right, inhaling back through the right, and exhaling through the left. This is very balancing for the two nadis, or energy channels in the body. And then we'll practice ujjayi pranayama, which is inhaling through both, exhaling through the left. Inhaling through both, exhaling through the left. We'll practice 7 rounds of each of these pranayamas. We won't have any retentions today. We're just going to work on lengthening the exhalation to be twice as long as the inhalation. And in doing this, we're training ourselves to hold the breath a little bit because we're lengthening the exhalation. So you have to control the rate that you're releasing the air, which means that you're retaining the breath for a little bit of time. And these pranayamas are going to be helpful. Like I said, Nadi Shodhana is named after the intermediate series. The intermediate series is probably named after Nadi Shodhana because it's a very old pranayama. But they share this common name, which is nerve cleansing or purifying the nervous system or the nadi system, the energy channels in the body. And so again, with the backbending, it's very stimulating for the nervous system. So it helps to create this same kind of purifying effect. And today we're going to work on some backbends. So we're going to start the effect and then continue the effect with the asana practice. And then the ujjayi pranayama is extremely balancing. It also releases any kind of negative residue, whether it's physically, emotionally. It's also a purifying kind of pranayama and good for reducing this tamas, or this excess kind of kapha energy, this slow energy in the body. So from your seated position, just relax the shoulders, close the eyes, feel the sit bones ground to the floor. And as you inhale, feel the pelvic floor drawing in. There's a little lift up. And exhale. And just make sure there's no tension. Again, inhale, drawing the sit bones, tailbone, pubic bone together with the breath. And exhaling, using that ujjayi sound, so you're slightly constricting the glottis at the back of the throat. Again, inhale, drawing the sit bones together, tailbone, pubic bone together, solidifying or firming the pelvic floor with the breath. And exhale, keeping the pelvic floor firm, but you don't have to try so hard. So you can also relax the energy a little. At the bottom of the exhale, it naturally firms again. And then we're just intensifying this by drawing the sit bones together, the tailbone, pubic bone together, and making a conscious effort to hold that pelvic floor as we're inhaling. And then exhaling, keeping that lower belly firm, keeping the pelvic floor lifted. But again, we don't have to try so hard. We'll bring the first 2 fingers to the base of the thumb. Prepare for alternate nostril breathing, the Nadi Shodhana or Aloma Viloma. Exhale through both nostrils using the ujjayi sound. Close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Again, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Firm the pelvic floor as you're inhaling. Close, exhale right. Using the ujjayi breath as you're breathing, lengthening the exhale to be twice as long as your inhale. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. And gather the pelvic floor, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. That's 4 rounds, 3 more. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Last one, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Then release your hand. Take one ujjayi breath through both nostrils. Observe the quality and the feeling of the breath, and then exhale again through both the nostrils using the ujjayi sound. Nice long exhale. We'll begin ujjayi pranayama from the Hatha Prapika. Gathering the pelvic floor, inhale through both nostrils, sit bones together, tailbone, pubic bone together. Then close your right nostril, exhale left. Trying to lengthen and deepen the exhalation, making it twice as long as your inhalation. Again, inhale through both nostrils. Exhale left. Inhale through both. Exhale left. Inhale through both. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale left. Two more. Inhale both. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale left. Then take one more full ujjayi breath, just inhaling through both nostrils. Exhaling through both nostrils. And you can lengthen the exhalation. And then just return to your normal, soft, subtle breath. Observing the inhale and the exhale. Watching the natural incoming and outgoing breath. And just observe any subtle differences, changes in your body, in your mind, in your energy. Just sitting and allowing the effects of the pranayama to sink in, to energize you, to balance your body, your mind. Then take a moment and just stretch out and lie in a shavasana. Just a short little mini shavasana. Allowing the legs to release and the arms to stretch out. Just letting your body relax here. Just for a few seconds. Releasing any tension. You can give your hips and legs a little shake. Letting the blood circulate freely. Just relax for about 30 seconds, not long. Just enough to reset, to rejuvenate, and to really allow the effects of the breathing to sink in. Allow your nervous system to become very calm, fully integrated. And then you can just wiggle your fingers and your toes and stretch. And as you feel ready, coming up to standing, bringing the heels and toes together, the hands to the heart center in prayer. You can just begin to take some deep, full breaths here, breathing with ujjayi sound. And we'll chant Om. Om. exhale, lowering the hands. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, lift the palms, lift to the thumbs. Exhale, folding forward here. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. As you exhale, step or hop the feet back. We're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, stretch and reach the arms out. Exhale there, and then as you inhale, start to pull the chest forward. We'll hold in the Sphinx posture. Breathing 1, 2, press the tops of the feet to the floor, lift the knees. 3, keep trying to pull open the chest and the rib cage. 4, 5, bring the hands back to where the elbows were and pull even more, pressing with the hands. So you're pushing up, but you're also pulling forward, holding in this cobra position. 3, 4, 5, and then you can take the hands back even a little further so they're under the shoulders and lift into the upward dog position. 2, strong legs, lifting the knees. 3, 4, and 5, and then exhale back to your downward facing dog. We'll breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, walk or hop the feet forward. Find that length. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Touch the palms and exhale back to standing. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step or hop the feet back. Lowering down with control. You can bring the knees to the floor if you like. All the way down. Stretch out as you inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lift the chest and come into this Sphinx posture. Try to pull open the shoulders in opposite directions. Press the hands. Feel like you're trying to drag the body forward here through the shoulders. Really getting into that upper back behind the heart center. And then moving into a cobra, a little deeper, pulling the elbows into the rib cage, lifting the chest, still pulling the chest forward, pubic bone, hip bones are on the floor. You're getting a little deeper into that back bend, and then bringing the hands back even further. We'll press all the way up and lift the chest into the upward dog. Breathe, strong legs. All tops of your 10 toes connected to the floor. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. And breathe 5 breaths. 1, 2. Really press through the hands. 3. Feel the upper outer edges of the arms firming down to the mat. 4, 5. Inhale, walk or hop the feet forward. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, Samastiti. Good, one more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale, back. Lowering all the way down to the belly. Stretch, connect the feet and the hands to the floor. And then as you inhale, lift into this Sphinx posture, pulling the chest forward. Still connecting the pubic bone, the hip bones, the thighs, the tops of the toes. Lifting the chest, trying to pull your chest forward, feeling the rib cage opening out to the sides underneath you, drawing against the floor. And then moving into this cobra position. The hands are slightly in front of the shoulders. And again, you're pulling, drawing the elbows into your sides, and then pulling back with the arms, opening the chest, shoulders opening in opposite directions. And then bringing the hands back a little further, pressing and straightening the arms, opening the chest, upward dog. Feel like you're pulling that chest open. Breathing here. 4, 5. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, walk or hop your feet forward. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale back to standing. From here, let's bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, find the length through the spine. As you exhale, let's hold in the high plank. So coming back where our body is as straight as possible, pressing through the heels, chest is forward. From this position, we're going to start to keep the legs strong, pressing back through the heels and try and open the chest and go right into the upward dog from here. But try and resist collapsing in that low back. So just free breathing, taking as many breaths as you need to pull the chest forward and through. So it's like you're unzipping your spine from the top, opening the upper back before lowering into the lower back. And then exhale into your downward facing dog position. Take a breath or two in your downward dog position. We'll all meet here. And then plant the left foot, lunge the right foot forward. Inhale, coming up into warrior 1. Take a breath or two here, just sinking a little deeper into that lunge. We're going to lift the back heel and sink a little deeper into that lunge, opening the front of the body. And then we're going to lower the knee down, deepening into that lunge even more. And then we're going to lift the arms up and look to the thumbs. And if you want to start to stretch back a little, you could start to reach back a little behind you. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Plant the palms down, step back, find this high plank position. From your high plank position, start to pull the chest forward, keeping the legs strong. The heels are resisting the movement forward. Really opening the shoulders back and going into this upward dog very slowly, trying to bring the front part of the chest open and forward before going into the full upward dog. And then when you've found that beautiful upward dog, come back to your downward dog. And take a couple of breaths here. We'll all meet back in this downward dog position. And then plant the right foot, lunge the left foot forward. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior 1. Again, take a couple of breaths here to sink a little deeper. Feel your body. And then turning that back heel up, coming into this high lunge, this runner stretch. Again, breathe, sink a little bit deeper. And as you sink a little bit deeper, the knee comes down, the foot relaxes. And then lifting the hands up. And if you want, you can start to reach back. Breathing here, deep, full breaths. 3, 4, and 5. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Step back, find your high plank position. And let's exhale to lower this time. We'll lower all the way down to the floor. Stretch the hands out in front. And then inhale, come into this cobra. Opening the chest, pulling against the elbows. Finding this beautiful opening, deep, full breaths. Feel the rib cage opening, ribs separating apart from each other. Come into this cobra position. Sorry, the first one, Sphinx. Lifting the chest, shoulder blades together. Feeling this upper back opening, pubic bone, hips still on the floor. And then taking the hands back even further. Pressing, lifting into the upward dog position. Opening the heart, using the legs. And then exhale back to your downward dog position. And we'll breathe here 5 breaths. 1, 2. Try to feel the sit bones drawing together in your downward dog. 3, and a deep hollowing action in the lower belly. 4, and 5. Inhale, walk or hop the feet forward. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, come all the way up, bend the knees. Look to the thumbs. And exhale, back to standing. Good, once again, nice deep bend. Inhale, look up. And exhale, folding forward here. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, back to the high plank position. Strong legs, make your body stiff. Bum is down, chest is forward, heels are pressing back, the thighs are engaged, the knees are lifted, everything's like a board here. And then slowly, free breathing, try and pull the chest forward. Open the shoulders in opposite directions. Try not to collapse in the middle. Keep the legs strong. The legs are resisting the back bend. They're resisting going forward. They're pulling back as the chest is pulling forward. So you're creating some traction in the spine. Eventually, the chest wins. It comes through the shoulders and you come onto the tops of the feet. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then lunge your right foot forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Looking to the thumbs, we'll take 2 breaths, deepening. And then lifting into this lunge again, deepening. Finding the nice front of the leg stretch. Dropping the knee down, lifting the hands up. Again, deepening here. 3, 4, 5, and now we'll bring our left hand down and reach our right hand back. See if we can take the foot and pull the foot in towards you. So again, stretching through the front of your left quadricep. This is going to help your back bends immensely, lengthening the front body. And then release there, and then we're going to do the opposite way. So we're going to twist and try and reach. Sometimes it helps to place the hand on the floor for support. Your right hand grabbing the foot with the left hand. And you'll see how this is a very different stretch through the front of the leg. Breathing. Good, and then release. And step back to your high plank position. Hold in the high plank position, make the body straight, press back through the heels, chest is forward. And then again, the tug of war happens. The heels are pulling back and the chest is pulling forward. And we're tractioning the spine here, keeping the legs strong, pulling away from the upper back until finally the chest is through and we come onto the tops of the feet. But the legs are still active, they're still pulling away from the chest. And then exhale into your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Find that downward dog position. And then lunge your left foot forward. Inhale all the way up. We'll take a couple of breaths. 1, 2, just deepening that lunge. And then coming into this runner stretch, lifting the heel. Trying to really feel the front of that right leg, that right hip flexor, right quad. And then deepening a little more, dropping the knee down, relaxing the toes. Lifting the arms if you'd like, putting a little arch. in the back. Try to send the hips forward while you're doing this. 3, 4, 5. And then placing the right hand on the floor, twisting towards your thigh. Reach back for the foot and just start to draw it towards you. Breathe. 5 deep full breaths here. 3, 4, 5. And then release and come up. And then reach back away from your lunging leg for the foot. And if you need to, you can support yourself with the hand and try and pull it in the other way. Again, turning the shoulder forward. Breathing here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, and then release. Step back, find your high plank position. Hold strong here. And then exhale, lower down. Straighten the arms out. And then as you're inhaling, pull the chest into the Sphinx posture. Just gently, but persistently, opening the shoulders away from each other, drawing that breastbone forward. Feeling the belly on the floor, the hips on the floor, and the legs are active and engaged. And then moving into this cobra position, still pulling with the arms, so you're pulling the shoulders down and away from you. The chest is coming forward. The pubic bone is still on the floor though, opening into that upper back. And then you might need to come down to readjust the hands, bringing them back under the shoulders, and then we're pulling the chest forward even more. Pressing the tops of the feet to the floor, lifting up. And then when you're ready, exhale back into your downward facing dog. We'll breathe here. 1, deep full breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, walk or hop the feet forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. And then bend the knees here. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back to standing. We'll take a regular sun salutation A. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length. Exhale, step or hop the feet back. And lower, let's come all the way down. From here, let's reach our hands out in front. Bring our heels and toes together. And then inhale, we'll lift our hands. You can press them together if you'd like, or you can leave them straight out in front. Hold here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And bring the hands down. Let's lift just the legs. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs. Take the hands out to the sides. Inhale, lift. 1. Planting those toes to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, rest the head down and lift the legs. You might want to just rest the chin on the floor. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. Place the tops of the hands on the floor beside the hips. Let's inhale and lift both the chest and the legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, big breaths. 5, let's leave the chest and the legs lifted if you can and just switch the hands, bringing the hands beside the bottom ribs. 1, palms pressing to the floor. 2, elbows pulling back and away from you. 3, 4, and 5. And then rest your cheek on the floor, relax the arms down. Take a deep breath, just softening, releasing here. Then we'll interlace the fingers and inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep opening the chest, pull those shoulders away from each other. 5. Exhale, rest, relax the head down, breathe here. Just taking some deep, soft breaths. We'll move the hands out to the sides and then inhale, lift the chest and the legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to stay up and bring the hands forward. Palms can face each other. They can touch or they can be down to the floor. 3, 4. Stretch the legs away from you. 5. Good. Exhale, lower down. From here, inhale, lift your cobra or your upward facing dog. And exhale, back to the downward facing dog. Good. Nice little warm up there. And then come forward. Strong legs, belly in, chest out. Lower in one piece here. All the way down. We'll stretch the hands out. And then inhale. Come into this Sphinx posture, opening the chest, opening the shoulders away from each other. Let's reach back for our right foot and slowly pull the foot towards your hip. If you can, you're gonna lift the elbow as you're reaching for the inside arch of the foot. And as the elbow comes up, you're gonna draw the shoulder forward and the fingers will follow the line of the toes. We'll breathe here. 1. So you're trying to work both shoulders back forward. 2, 3, and try to keep the front of the thigh connected to the floor. 4, 5. Good. Release and switch hands. Other side. So you're reaching for the inside arch of the foot. And then pulling, push with your right arm so your chest is lifting. If you can lift the elbow, then you can start to push the foot down. Maybe you can flip the hand, the toes follow the line of the foot, and then you're drawing that shoulder forward. And then try to keep the front of the thigh connected to the floor, the foot's coming down beside the sit bone. 2, deep breaths. 3, 4, 5. Good. And then just release. Take a minute here just to relax. And then we're going to see what we can do with both feet. So as we lift up, you're going to reach for the inside of the feet. And you can just try to pull here and breathe. Try to pull and open the chest. If you can get the elbows to lift, this requires a little bit of shoulder opening. Then you can lift the elbows up. And maybe you can get the hands to turn. And then you can push both feet down equally. 1, 2, 3. Keep lifting and opening the chest. 4, 5. And then exhale to release. Place the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift into your upward dog. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. And breathe here in the downward dog position. Pull the belly in. You'll notice how important it is to create that opposite action of the back bend so you can release your back muscles in the downward facing dog. So this is why it's helpful to learn how to make a little bit more aponic shape. So this rounding with the sit bones coming together in the low back and the downward dog so you can release those back muscles. And then come forward into your high plank. Strong legs, chest forward. Make your body very stiff. And then exhale, lower all the way down. We'll take Dhanurasana, so reach for the sides of the feet, pointing the toes. And then inhale, lift up. You can keep your feet apart for this first one. 1, 2, deep breaths. Keep opening the chest, open the shoulders away from each other. 3, 4, and 5. And then rest and relax. Just take a couple of breaths here. Good. Let your heart slow down a little. And then again, inhale, reach for the sides of the feet. Let's try and see if we can bring the ankles together this time. So as you inhale and lift, try and draw the feet together. 1, 2, 3, keep using the legs. 4, and 5. And then again, release and relax and catch your breath. And we're going to try slightly different variation. See if you can reach for the ankles. We're going to flex the feet. So as we inhale, lift the legs up and then flex the feet and let the legs really pull open the chest. Pull and lift the front body. 3, 4, and 5. And then exhale here, take a breath. And then one more time. Any of those variations that you like, reaching for the sides of the feet or the ankles. And then inhale, lift up. So you can do with feet apart or feet together or flexing and opening. Good, 4 and 5. And then release. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to press back. And find that downward dog. Pull the belly in. Releasing all of those low back muscles. And we'll come to the knees, bringing the hands to the hips. We'll practice Ustrasana. So you can tuck the toes under if you'd like. We're going to push the hips forward. Let's just start by opening the chest here. Really trying to lift and press the hips forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. You can just sit down either between the feet or on the heels. And then again, inhale to come up. If you're tucking your toes under, you can do this first variation again, either just holding here, opening the chest, trying to keep getting this length up, or you can press for the heel, reach for the heels. Once you have the heels, try and pull up off of the heels, but hang on so that you're really opening the heart, opening the chest here. You're creating again that traction to open the shoulders. Good, inhale to come up, and then we'll just rest in a seated position, catching your breath. We'll do one more time, so you can do, again, either up on your toes or with flat feet on the floor. So again, lift. Variation 1 is lifting the chest. Variation 2 is up on the toes, or you can go into this third variation where the heel of the hand is on the heel of the foot. And again, you're not just hanging out back here, you're pulling. Use the strength of the legs to pull the hips forward. Pull the chest up away from the feet. So your arms are stretching, your shoulders are stretching. You're creating all kinds of space through the breastbones, through the shoulders, through the neck. Good. And then inhale to come up. And we'll sit down. Let's bring our hands forward. We'll take a vinyasa. Step the feet back. Make your body stiff and strong here. Chest is forward, energy back through the heels. Belly is in. Try to flatten the spine. Exhale to lower down. Then inhale, upward dog. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Inhale, coming to the knees again. From here, let's just lie down in like a Supta Virasana position. So we're going to take our sit bones between our heels and tuck the pelvis forward. We're going to come onto the elbows. And then I really want you to push through the legs and lift the sit bones off the floor. Tucking the pelvis here, really using those thighs to get a nice elongated stretch. And then we're going to take our head back to the floor and bring our hands in like a little back bend position. So the palms are flat on the floor. And then we're going to press up, and you can move more onto the top of your head here. Maybe walk your hands in a little and try and press up and straighten the arms. So like you're doing a little back bend from your knees. Wherever you are, try and breathe there. We'll take 5 breaths. 1, even if you're just holding in Supta Virasana. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And you can come down. And again, you can hold in Supta Virasana. If you need to come out, if the knees are a little bit sore, you can come out. You can take a vinyasa. Stepping back, lowering down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then again, coming to the knees. Let's try that one more time. If you know Lagavadrasana or Kapotasana, you can do those instead. So Lagavadrasana, holding the ankles and using the legs to take you back and come up. And Kapotasana is going back and trying to approach the position this way. You can just go back and hold here and breathe for 5 breaths. Okay? That's also a nice option if you have that control. If you're just approaching this posture, the safest way is this way from the floor, bringing the head to the floor, the hands back, and then using the legs to press up and finding this action this way. We'll breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. If you can come up onto the knees, then you can lift yourself up. Otherwise, just come down and then work your way back up to seated. We'll all take a vinyasa, stepping or hopping the feet back. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Good. And then walk or hop the feet through. We're going to come into a back bend position. So lie down on your back. Bring the heels up by the sit bones. We'll just start with little bridge, pressing through the legs, lifting the hips up. This is Urdhva Dhanurasana, the upward facing bow. So you can try and reach for your heels or your ankles if you want, or you can interlace the fingers underneath the shoulders or underneath the hips and breathe here. Another variation is to take the hands to the hips and try and pull the bum away from your rib cage, and then use the legs to press the chest towards the chin more, opening the upper back. Good, and then exhale to come down. And take a breath or two here. Again, we can do little bridge or full Urdhva Dhanurasana or something in between. So you can lift either into the little bridge position. You can bring the head to the floor for something in between. And breathe here for 5 breaths. Or if you feel very open and ready, you can happily lift into Urdhva Dhanurasana, the full back bend. And breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then exhale down. And take a breath or two here. Nice, let the spine release, let the muscles relax. And then again, last one. Pressing through the toes, engaging the legs. You can take little bridge or come onto the head and hold here. Try to maintain that frame through the arms or full stretching through the arms and the legs. Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then exhale to come down. Good. We haven't really done much of a twist today, so let's pull the knees in gently. We'll just do this nice gentle twist. So dropping the knees over towards the left armpit. And then opening up, reaching the right arm to the floor, looking over the right shoulder. We'll breathe here. 1, just release the spine. 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale back through the center and over to the other side, dropping the knees down. Looking out over your left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale back through the center. Let's reach for the insides of the feet and we'll just take happy baby. So this is gonna open the back muscles in the opposite way. So reach for the heels or the inside arches. And while you're gently, gently drawing the knees to the floor, you're gonna reach your tailbone away from the head. And so you're just trying to release the legs and the hips, but also relax those low back muscles of the spine. So try and just let the muscles work in the opposite direction. Nice, gentle forward bend. Good, and then bring the knees into the chest. We'll just lift the legs straight up, leaving the hips on the floor to start with. We'll breathe 5 breaths here. Just let the legs sink down into the hips. 4, 5. You can stay here if you'd like, or if you'd like to move into shoulder stand, you need to rock the hips up into the hands. You can do Viparita Karani, which is resting more away from the head, so the hips are in the hands above the elbows. Or you can lift the hips straight up, stack them up over the shoulders, and breathe in the shoulder stand position. 3, deep, strong, full breaths here. 4, 5, pull the belly into the spine. 6, try and straighten the legs, use the thighs, make the legs very stiff and strong. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll lower into Halasana position or plow pose. If the feet don't come to the floor, you can just hold the hips and stretch the legs towards your head. If the feet come to the floor, then interlacing the fingers, breathing here. 1, try to keep lifting the sit bones away from the earth. 2, lift the knees away from your forehead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll hold 10 breaths. 9, 10. And then slowly lowering down, pressing the palms into the mat behind you. And then just releasing the legs all the way to the floor. And from here, keeping the legs straight and squeezing together, we're going to press through the elbows and open the chest, taking the top of the head to the floor, just lifting in this Matsyasana position. We'll just breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep full breaths. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Tuck the chin, bring the knees into the chest, squeeze them in tight. If you want, you can even bring your head into your chest and make a little ball, and then roll all the way up. And we'll take a vinyasa, stepping or hopping the feet back. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Lifting the sit bones, pressing through the hands, strong legs, strong arms. Good, and then we'll come through to seated. Taking, again, either lotus or whatever is a comfortable cross-legged position for you. We'll go forward. You can either take Baddha Padmasana, reaching for the feet and binding the lotus, or you can just take the elbows and exhale, folding forward here. Just 5 breaths as we fold forward. 1, 2, deep breathing. 3, 4, and 5. And then inhale to come up. We'll take our hands back, fingers point forward, lifting and opening the chest, opening the shoulders and the upper back. We'll breathe here again, 5 breaths. 1, try and let the hips release and the knees be heavy to the floor. 2, and then you're really lengthening the spine, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. 3, getting into that upper back, expanding the lungs and the rib cage. 4, so nice and juicy. And 5, good. And then come back. And we'll take Jnana Mudra and back to our deep, full ujjayi breaths. Feeling the sit bones lengthen down. Feeling that lower abdomen firm in, Uddiyana Bandha. And breathing with deep ujjayi sound here. Notice the difference in your capacity to breathe. Notice the difference in the feeling of your body now. Maybe there's a different sensation. Maybe there's a different movement of the energy, feeling of openness or tingling or heat or coolness. Just observe your body, your breath, and your mind. Try to keep the awareness on the breath. And if you can do that, the mind becomes very calm. very steady and stable. When the mind rests on the breath, it's like petting your dog or your cat. So soothing to the soul. It's like a warm hug from your child. You're just breathing together. The mind just sits with the breath and breathes with the breath. We'll chant Om 3 times. And from here, you can just lie down and allow yourself to rest in Shavasana position or resting pose, corpse pose, sleeping pose. Or if you feel comfortable sitting for meditation, you can always just sit. Enjoy that vibration, enjoy that energy, that sense of peace and calmness through the body. And sometimes it's easier to enjoy this feeling when you're lying down and relaxed, resting. Inhaling peace. And exhale, release. Inhaling peace. And exhale, release. Peace and release. Peace, release. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. Thank you for joining me today. It was beautiful. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.